Intel too lay off more than 15% of workforces, 15,000 or more employees. They encountered Meteor Lake yield issues, suspended dividend. Oh, from bad to worse. The Intel planned to lay off more than 50% of its workforce by the end of this year. The company announced today, meaning of the roughly 15,000 employees or more, potentially up to 17,475 based on a recent Intel headquarters numbers of 116,500, a vast restructuring that comes amid a troubling financial results this quarter. The layoffs ranks among the most severe in Intel's 56-year history. The news came during an earnings call for the semiconductor giant, which also announced it has encountered yield issues with its Meteor Lake processors problems that negatively impacted the bottom line. The company lost $1.6 billion in this quarter. Although Intel decided it will cancel some underperforming products in a bid to save the cost and plans to suspend its seemingly secured and dividend the fourth quarter. At the time of the publication, Intel stock has dropped 19% in after-hours trading. This decision have challenged me to my core. Pat Gelsinger, Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger outlined the changes and the rationale behind them in a blog post to Intel.com. He noted that the company aims to reduce spending by $10 billion in 2025 with the move. The Intel will offer employees buyouts and early retirement options, but will inevitably sever other employees via layoffs. Intel specifically called out the looming cut to marketing and R&D, and the latter being a concerning development for a company that's reliant on developing a new tech, along with the reductions in general and administrative staff. Intel did say that its 18 Armstrong process node, which is extremely important to its success as a fledgling custom foundry, remains on track. The company recently released its 1.0 process digit kit (PDK), a critical set of the design rules that define how its customers can produce chips using the node. Intel also said its next-gen Panther Lake and Cloverwater Forest processors remain on track. Analyst Patrick Moorhead tweeted that Gelsinger told him about the Meteor Lake yield issue. It's unclear if these issues are related to the widespread crashing and instability problems Intel has encountered it with its 13th and 14th generation desktop processors. The company had previously cited a shortage of the package capacity for its inability to meet OEM demand for the Meteor Lake processors. But the Moorhead said Gelsinger told him that yield issues for the need for hot lots or accelerated wafers allow runs of chips that incur excessive cost relatively normal scheduled operations. Here are the most relevant bullet points from the company press release. 1. Implementing a comprehensive reduction in spending, including a more than a 15% headcount reduction to refocus. Suspending demand. Starting in the first quarter of 2024, the company reiterated its long-term commitment to a competitive dividend as cash flows improved sustainably higher levels. Reducing operating expenses. The company will streamline its operations and meaningful cost spending headcount and reducing non-GAAP R&D and marketing and general and administrative MG&A to approximately $20 billion in 2024 and approximately $17.9 billion is 2025, with further reduction expected in 2026. Intel is expected to reduce headcount by greater than 15% in the majority completed by the end of 2024. The reducing capital expenditures. With the end of its historic 5 nodes in a 5-year journey from the inside, Intel is now shifting its focus toward capital efficiency and investment levels aligned to the market requirement. This will reduce the gross capital expenditures in 2024 by more than 20% from the prior projection. The range gross capital expenditure in 2024 to between $25 billion and $27 billion. Intel expected the net capital spending in 2024 of between the $11 billion and the $13 billion. In 2025, the company is targeting a gross capital expenditure between $20 billion and $23 billion and a net capital spending between the $12 billion and $14 billion. Reducing cost of sales. The company expected to generate $1 billion in the saving in the non-variable cost of sales in 2025. The product mix will continue to be a headwind next year and contributing the modest YoY improvement to 2025 gross margin. To maintain core investment to execute the strategy, this company continued to advance its long-term innovation and path to leadership across the process technology and product. And in the increased efficiency from each action is expected to further support its execution. In addition, Intel continued to sustain investment to build a resilient and sustainable semiconductor supply chain in the United States and around the world. Intel is nearing the completion of its promised 5 nodes in a 4-year strategy, with the Intel 18A on track to be manufacturing ready by the end of this year and the production wafer start of volumes in the first half of 2025. In July 2024, Intel released the foundry customers to the 1.0 PDK for Intel 18A, the company's first 2 Intel 18A products. Meteor Lake for a client for the first microprocessor to use ribbon-fed and power via an advanced packaging, and a clear water fluorescent for servers on a track to launch in 2025. To simplify our portfolio, we will complete action this month to simplify our businesses. Each business unit is conduct a portfolio review and identify the underperforming product. We are also integrating key software assets into our business units, so we accelerate our shift to systems-based solutions, and we will narrow our incubation focus on a fewer, more impactful projects. These decisions have challenged me to my core, and this is the hardest things I've done in my career. My pledge to you is that you will prioritize a culture of honest, transparency and respect in the weeks and the months to come. Garcia said in his blog post. Okay, thank you. Today I read this article about the Intel to lay off more than 15% of workforce and 50,000 or more employees and counter the Meteor Lake yield issues, suspend dividend. Thank you for your time and see you next time.